Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep are the makers of premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to suit your needs and conveniently delivered right to your doorstep. We've had our Helix Sleep mattress now for a couple years and we're getting terrific sleep. We wake up well rested, our backs feel supported, and we found the perfect match by taking the Helix Sleep quiz. It takes all the guesswork out of finding the perfect mattress. We took the sleep quiz and I entered my sleeping preferences. For example, I happen to be a side sleeper. I like a firmer style mattress and I share my bed with my husband, who also took the quiz, and it came up with the perfect compromise. And we matched with a Helix Sleep Dusk Luxe, and we love it. And at this point, my entire immediate family has a Helix Sleep mattress and they're all getting terrific sleep as well, which I super appreciate, because if you saw our old mattress, you could see that while it served us well, it definitely needed to be replaced. Besides the comfort, what I also love about our Helix Sleep mattress is that it came rolled up in a box, delivered right to my doorstep, and we were able to maneuver it up a narrow flight of stairs, and I was able to install the mattress myself. Helix Sleep offers 20 unique mattresses and recently launched a variety of mattress toppers to offer sleeping solutions for everyone. All Helix Sleep mattresses are fiberglass free, and there's free shipping if you live in the US, and it comes with a 100-night sleep trial to make sure you love it. Helix Sleep recently sent my good friends a new Helix Kids mattress, which is terrific if you have children. Its two-sided flippable design is super great. It adapts as your kid grows. It's stain and water repellent and naturally hypoallergenic. So if you're looking to upgrade your kid's bedroom for the back-to-school season, then Helix Kids mattress has you covered. And if you'd like to check out Helix Sleep for yourself, you can click the link down below or head over to helixsleep.com and take advantage of their Labor Day sale. It's 27% off site-wide. Big thanks to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video and for their continued support so I can make better videos for all of you. Alright, my lovelies, today we're going to be making a chocolate bar that was inspired by the Dubai chocolate bar. If you haven't heard about that chocolate bar, I'll point you down to the description where I showed you how to make one for yourself. It was a chocolate bar that was exclusive to Dubai. You had to go there to get it. You could not order it online. And today we are going to be making something that is reminiscent but a little bit different. This one goes by a couple different names. The most popular one I saw was called Angel Hair, but it's also called Hairy Chocolate, which is less cute than angel hair, but it is also a thick chocolate bar that when you break it is full of this kind of thread-like, hair-like candy. So visually it looks similar to cotton candy, but it's a Turkish treat called Pișmanye, and it is pulled sugar, kind of similar to dragon's beard candy, which I have also made. I'll put a link to that video down below. That includes plenty of fails if you want to see me fail in my attempt of trying to make dragon's beard candy. But the process is taking sugar and heating it to a very specific temperature, and then pulling it and stretching it and folding it repeatedly until you get lots of strands of this pulled sugar. I've never tried it, so I purchased some so I can try it on camera, and then also try to attempt to make a homemade version of angel hair chocolate. So while I was collecting ingredients for this recipe, I thought, why not try making another version with cotton candy? That's what we call it here in the States, but it's also known as fairy floss. You can find that worldwide, but it's pretty common candy or dessert or treat that you can find at fairs in the summertime, along with some Nutella, just so we could try another version. Alrighty, enough jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and get started. So when I made the Dubai chocolate, I used this mold, and I found that it was very, very shallow. I have since found this mold, which is much deeper. This is probably twice as thick. So I've washed it and now I'm going to thoroughly dry it. What I have in this bowl is a bowl of pink candy melts. This is kind of light. I'm going to add a little bit of hot pink because I want it to be a little bit more vivid. And I'm going to melt this in the microwave at 30-second increments, stirring in between until it's fully melted. You can avoid the tedium of tempering by using compound chocolate, but in my opinion, it doesn't taste as good as regular chocolate. So it's a bit of a compromise, right? While we wait for that to melt, let's go ahead and taste some Pișmanye. So here's what I found. It comes in this container. This looks a little dry. And it has an interesting texture. It's almost more like taffy. See how it has a little bit different texture than cotton candy? It's not as fluffy. The strands are a little bit bigger, and it's a little kind of chewier or feeling. I haven't tasted it yet. So let's give it a taste on its own. Look at that. Alrighty. Itadakimasu. Mmm. Oh, that's nice. I actually quite like that. I don't love cotton candy because I don't like the artificial flavor of it. This tastes very natural. It has a kind of toasted caramel flavor, very light. It is, of course, sweet, and similar to cotton candy, it just melts in your mouth, but there is a slight chewiness to it, which I appreciate. Oh, I like that. It's delightful. I really like the flavor of it. Really subtle, sweet, almost kind of like malt. It's almost as if it's alive. Kind of like softly folds on itself. It reminds me also of pork floss. Have you ever had that before? It is meat that has been dehydrated and shredded and has this kind of fluffy, airy quality to it. And I add it to my joke. I loved it as a child. My children now love it. And it adds a little bit of protein, but it's a great way to preserve meat. I've always wanted to try making it myself. I did add about 1 tablespoon of shortening to this. That helps to kind of thin it out. Place it into our mold. Make sure we paint enough on the side walls. We want good structural integrity. And basically that's all I'm doing. I'm going to paint this. I've never done this, by the way. So when I say I'm giving very much kind of instructive advice here, I have not done this before. This is just based on common sense. So trying to get it all into the nooks and crannies. Tap, 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 tap. And when you do that, you will see air bubbles appear on the surface. So what I'm going to do now is going to quickly place this in the refrigerator to set it up a little bit, and then I'm going to reinforce the side walls before I attempt to fill this. Yes, but I'm going to fill it up. Over the top of this, I'm going to add some pistachio cream, and I'm using this brand, and this has little bits of kataifi in it, I think, as well, because I tasted it and it's a little bit crunchy. I'm going to distribute this as evenly as possible, trying not to disturb the strands of candy beneath. And now we're going to add one more layer of this right on top. I'm using a pastry scraper. Just fill it in into the refrigerator to cool for a few hours before we unmold it. While the pink angel hair chocolate bar is cooling in the refrigerator, let's make another version. Coated it with some dark chocolate candy melt. For this one, I'm going to be using cotton candy. Whoa, look at this. This smells like raspberry, artificial raspberry, and this looks a lot like insulation foam, doesn't it? Wow. I love how it just dissolves on your tongue. It just dissipates. It's just like blue and just melts into your mouth. Flavor, very artificial blue raspberry. So we're going to take some of this and add it to the inside of our chocolate molds. Chocolate hazelnut spread. Instead of the pistachio, we're adding this. Some thin cookie wafers. You remember these things? Is this going to be too packed? I don't know, we'll see. Pretty full. I'm gonna pop this into the refrigerator so it can set up. All right, my lovelies, look at my angel hair chocolate bars. Don't they look fantastic? Look, they look perfect. I'm so happy about the results. Mold worked beautifully. They unmolded perfectly. They look so great, nice and shiny. I particularly love the faceted one. I mean, so now, there's the moment of truth. We're gonna crack this in half and see what it looks like inside. I'm a little bit nervous about this because, I don't know, because. Moment of truth, here we go. We're gonna just crack it right in half. Here we go. Oh. Looks like there's more filling than hair. That was kind of disappointing. That does not look very hairy, does it? It looks more like, I don't know, mossy. Alrighty, my lovelies, now that I've artfully arranged some additional Pișmanye on the inside of my chocolate bar, this is our final results. Not too shabby, but oh my goodness. Although I have to say the texture of the Pișmanye is not as thread-like as I had hoped. It is reminiscent of hair, I guess. Finally give this a taste. I am so very pleased with the exterior though. The shell turned out beautifully. Look how thick this chocolate bar is. Alrighty, let's go ahead and give it a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. It's pretty sweet, but it's better than I expected. The Pișmanye kind of just melts into your mouth. It's not thread-like or hairy or anything in your mouth. And you get a really nice texture from the pistachio. This pistachio cream I quite like. There's little bits of the phyllo in there, so it's crunchy. And I thought this was going to be too sweet with the Pișmanye and then having the candy melt coating on top, but it's not. It's actually pretty nicely balanced. A little bit chewy. I think the pistachio cream is really what does it for me. That crunch of the pastry and then the saltiness in there is really nice. And you got the Pișmanye, which is a little bit caramelized, sweet. The chocolate on the outside has a nice textural kind of crunch to it. It's nice. I'm not a huge fan of compound chocolate in general, but I think in this application, it actually works really well. It makes for a very interesting chocolate bar, and one that is better than I thought it was going to be. Is it better than the Dubai chocolate? I'm not sure. I would say it's as good, surprisingly. Wow, I love being surprised like that. I do have to say, breaking it open was a bit of a disappointment. I was hoping to have nice long strands. Here is our chocolate version. And with these silicone molds, all you have to do is kind of pull on the sides and they release it this way. Yeah, pretty beautiful. Turned out pretty nicely. Ready? Ooh. That one had a very satisfying crack, but I have to say it fell apart. That looks more like a hairy chocolate bar. Okay, let's give this one a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. The coating tastes better on this one, in my opinion. Tastes more chocolatey. But what goes awry here is the artificial blue raspberry flavoring inside, which in my opinion does not complement the creamy hazelnut chocolate nor the chocolate on the outside. The wafer inside is nice. You get a nice crunch. I was trying to simulate the phyllo pastry. And it's nice to have that crunch, but the cotton candy doesn't work for me. It's mostly the flavor. The texture is fine. It just dissolves in your mouth. You don't notice any kind of hairiness or fuzziness at all. It's the flavor that doesn't work for me. That was a fun little experiment. Conventional cotton candy definitely looks more hair-like and fuzzy to me than the Pișmanye, but the flavor of the Pișmanye was way better than this one, in my opinion. But both of them were super fun to make. Alrighty, my lovies, there you have it. My attempt at making angel hair chocolate. Pretty fun experiment to attempt. If you want to try it, I definitely recommend using that mold. It worked famously. Alrighty, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching, and big thanks to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to try them out for yourself, you can click the link down below or head over to helixsleep.com/emmymade and take advantage of their Labor Day sale. It's 27% off site-wide. Alrighty, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Oh my goodness, I have chocolate everywhere, all over me, all everywhere.